Welcome back to the Mountain Morning Show. You know, if you've watched television at all or have listened to any of your friends from the Texas area, that the destruction, the unfortunate things that have happened in Texas are epic in scale. And I say your Houston neighbors, your Texas neighbors, because many of us have them, especially in Promontory. And that's why I'm really happy to have from the Promontory Club, the general manager, and that's Robin Milne. Welcome to the show. It's great to have you here.
Good morning.
We do have a lot of neighbors from Texas, especially you guys. 50 people up in Promontory, at least, that are from the Texas area. It's amazing.
That's almost 10% of our population up there.
How about that?
Absolutely.
Yeah, and it shouldn't be a surprise. We've for years had easy access to Texas for us and to Utah for them, and people have been traveling back and forth to ski, and then they realize what a great place this is, and it's not as humid when it's hot as it is in Houston.
Perfect summers up there every time.
It's a whole lot different. I, of course, used to work for a local airline that had its hub there, and I've been back and forth a lot. And I love Texas. I love the people in Texas. They're wonderful. And many of those people have now called Park City their home or their second home. They were real concerned about what was happening in Houston as this unfolded.
Absolutely, and what happened was when the airports closed there, this was a safe haven for them and easy to get into at Salt Lake Airport. So we had a lot of our Houston second homeowners on property and just watching, like we all did, how horrific that flooding was, the hurricane coming back a second time. So really, I think all of us have dear friends up there at Promontory that are from Houston, and our community came together and said, we really need to help our friends, help as much as we can. I mean, the amount of aid and service for a long period of time is going to be astronomical in terms of a need for resources. But we came together and did what we could. So we started with a matching grant from the Promontory Foundation of $3,500. And we put it out into our email that goes to our member community. And overnight, we had our match, and we actually had a wonderful member from Houston, Mike Gatewood, who put another match challenge out there of another $3,500. And so we are, and over the weekend, two more Houston couple, Jan and Dave, another $3,500. So we're at over $17,000 now.
That's amazing.
That we're going to send, and there are a lot of different ways that you can give. We chose the Hurricane Harvey Relief Fund, which is part of the Houston their community foundation. And so we're going to send that this week.
Well, and they have boots on the ground. They understand where this money needs to go, who needs the help most. That's certainly a big part of it. Not to mention, I mean, it's not just people. It's every facet of this. The businesses that are maybe not going to come back from this. We talk about this a lot in this program, that businesses need to have a plan, because it's something in the order of like 70% of businesses don't recover from things like this. It's hard to imagine the kind of devastation we're talking about, but for people who realize how big Houston is, and that this, and I'm going to forget who it was, I think it was CNN or Time that said that this is what they call it a once in a century storm.
Well, it's going to take a really long time. And to your point, I think, a lot of our members were trying to operate their businesses from Promontory because they were not accessible. And I know that there's going to be a lot of cleanup. The other thing is maybe more Houston companies will come up here.
To Utah. That's well, it certainly would make some sense as well, especially in the rebuilding stage, because as you mentioned, this is going to take a long time to come back from. I mean, there's roads that are now rivers, big roads. It's hard to imagine. Talk about this community. I mean, the people from Texas. I got to say, they say people in Texas are friendly. There's no doubt, especially when they come here. They are very friendly people.
Incredibly, and so one of my favorite lines when I meet another family that comes from Texas is I ask them, I said, well, the plural of y'all.
Y'all.
It's all y'all.
All, exactly.
So we have all y'all up at Promontory Club, and I definitely think there are some Texas parties that go on. There's a certain barbecue and all those kinds of things. So
especially around some football.
Big football, absolutely.
Yeah, they love it.
But you're bringing up a great point, and that is that we really have a very very friendly community, and I probably don't give Texas enough credit for that, because they really are. They're very warm and welcoming people, and they're a lot of what makes our community really special.
Well, it's time to be warm and friendly right back. That's what I think. So, as far as the rest of us, what can the rest of us do to help out? You guys have these matching grants, and there's a possibility, I suppose, of maybe getting a couple more if we see a lot of money raised, I bet.
That would be awesome. I know that there were other efforts in Park City, and so, wherever your sphere of influence is, but Promontory Foundation is taking additional grant money. So yes, promontoryclub.com.
Okay, so that's a good place to go and help out more.
Yes.
And as always, I want to thank you, Robin. You do such a great job up there with the community and organizing and making sure that people are thinking about the things that are important. It's just wonderful.
Thank you. Thanks for having me on.
Promontory Club, Robin Milne. And you can be of great service as well to the community of folks who call, Utah and Park City specifically their home, sometimes their second home, by reaching out as well, both through the Promontory Club. Of course, you can go, if you wish, to Red Cross and help them. There's so many other places that you can make a big difference. Just don't get caught up in any of the, there's certainly a lot of other scams and things out there. Do not get involved in those. Find one of these good organizations that's doing good work and help them as they continue to help our friends in Texas recover. Much more to come here on the Mountain Morning Show. We'll be right back.